Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this Nintendo Switch 2 Direct live stream. I couldn't be more excited. Hope your day is going as well as mine. It is finally here. It is finally April 2nd, and I could just not be any happier. We are literally less than half an hour away from the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, which, has just, I don't know, I mean, it just flew by pretty quickly until April 2nd, to be honest. But, yeah, I'm absolutely excited, so join me here today. We're gonna talk about a bit of some final hopes and predictions in these last few minutes before the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Of course, afterwards, we're going to be watching the Direct, reacting to all the announcements, all the new games, all the info about the new console. And yeah, so it should be good. And afterwards, we will have an in-depth discussion going over everything that was announced. So hopefully you'll join me for the ride, and we're just gonna have a good day. And before we get on to the first topic of discussion that I want to talk about for my final hopes and predictions, let me just check the audio, making sure everything is actually good before we get too far into this. So give me a sec here. All right, it seems like things are probably fine, but I'm gonna have a quick listen. All right, I think we are good to go. So we are on Nintendo Direct Watch. We've got the Nintendo Direct open, and I've just got a few relevant trailers rolling around right now. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2, we're literally 21 minutes away from getting the full information blowout regarding this console. This is absolutely exciting. And just in general, this is going to be like a monumental occasion, I guess, for Nintendo, I suppose, where for the first time, I guess, for the first time practically ever, maybe since the NES, I feel like Nintendo really has this opportunity to become the number one console. I guess it technically is already by sale numbers, but like it has the opportunity to become the only console that you need on the market, which has never really been the case before. One sec, let me. It's distracting because I can still hear myself. So let me just stop monitoring my mic. That's going to be much better. There we go. And have a quick check at the audio again, because we don't want this to be doing bad when the actual direct starts. Okay. Can you still hear me? Hopefully. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Everything seems to be good. But yeah, Nintendo's kind of in a particularly unique situation right now, where for all of the Switch generation, of course, the Switch progressively became essentially the most popular console on the market. That being said, the Switch was pretty underpowered, and what that meant was at the start we were mostly getting indie games, and later on in the Switch generation, we got more ports from like big AAA companies, but essentially we were getting like 360 games, and so Nintendo's kind of always been in this position where they have their own unique first-party games, coupled with sometimes less third-party support depending on the generation, or in this case, wasn't able to get the modern blockbuster AAA games. And I feel like the Switch 2 is like the opportunity for Nintendo to turn that around, essentially for the first time, as I said, since the NES, where they practically briefly had like no competition on the market. And what this means is, for the first time ever, you might be able to play all your like AAA blockbusters, like, you know, like Ubisoft games like Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, we already know will be coming to the Switch too, because Microsoft pretty much signed that away in their acquisition of Activision. Lots of Microsoft games will be coming, Bethesda, Activision, EA, which have all eventually gotten to supporting the Switch 1 in some form or another over the years. But, like, literally, they, you know, we didn't necessarily get their most, like, AAA blockbuster games on the Switch 1. And as I said, like, with the Switch 2, it feels like an opportunity where it might be the first time where a Nintendo console quite literally has it all. Every single game on the market might come to Switch 2. And that's very exciting, because that puts Nintendo in quite a unique position where they could practically become the only relevant console in the console market. And I just think that's really exciting. You know, for pretty much ages you've needed to have like your Nintendo console and either like your PlayStation or your Xbox or maybe your PC. And the fact that you could have it all on Nintendo Switch 2 just like brings forward so many possibilities of the Switch 2 just being able to dominate this generation, which I think is probably the most under-talked point when it comes to the Switch 2, and possibly the most important one. Having literally everything on the Switch 2 could be absolutely exciting. And hey, I see you're back, Matt. How are you doing? Are you excited for the Switch 2 Direct? Any last minute predictions from your part? Matt says, damn, that's a nice screen. Yeah, I put all the budget on just making brand new like direct overlays and stuff, so I didn't get a lot of sleep. But yeah, I'm excited, looking forward to it. You know, there's like so much potential with third-party stuff. It just pretty much makes it that, you know, they could literally overtake PlayStation. Xbox is already like floundering pretty much. So, I mean, I think that's really exciting. And I'm gonna alternate stuff here. I've got a lot of hardware predictions. I've got a bunch of game predictions as well. So we're gonna talk about games briefly, but then of course I wanna get back to some hardware stuff. One sec here. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I literally have like pieces of paper here with notes because I did not want to like waste any screen real estate, which I will very much need later. But yeah, I mean, I think we can all expect game-wise Mario Kart will almost certainly be a launch title. That was kind of just the implication I think all of us got when we saw that Mario Kart was, you know, essentially just shown with the reveal trailer of the Switch. And I think, you know, it's not surprising either to speculate that we'll see a new 3D Mario game here as well today. It probably obviously won't be a launch title, assuming Mario Kart is a launch title. But we could see it during the holidays, I suppose, which is always a possibility. And yeah, I don't know if like Metroid Prime 4 will be a launch title, to be honest. It could be maybe like a month after as well. But I guess that goes without saying. I should say, you know, regarding Metroid Prime 4, there's always been a lot of speculation of whether that's like gonna be a Switch 1 game only, or is it gonna like have a separate Switch 2 version? Is it gonna have just like Switch 2 enhancements to the Switch 1 version, kind of like, you know, next gen upgrades for your Switch 1 copy of the game? I don't really know. Well, I think we'll probably definitely have some sort of enhancement or version of Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch 2. But yeah, I don't know if they'll go the enhancement route or like the separate game route. I guess like whatever they do for Metroid Prime 4 will probably end up just kind of being indicative of what they'll do for a lot of these games, to be honest, in the next 2 years. But yeah, I mean, I'm just really hyped for it. I hope that we get like a demonstration here today of like Metroid Prime 5 or Metroid Prime 4 just like looking better on the Switch. I'm just realizing right now that the Direct has actually started. Look at that. Or at least, well, the stream for it did, not the actual Direct. I wouldn't want to like scare anybody. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hopefully we'll just hear it start when it starts. Okay. And yeah, so I don't know, in terms of games like that, if like Nintendo Switch 1 games, I'm curious like if Switch 1 games will just get like automatic enhancements or if it'll be like manual patches. I mean, from a technical perspective, I kind of doubt that Nintendo Switch 1 games would get like automatic enhancements without any like say from the developers, because that could like create compatibility issues. The only thing I could see in that regard is like if some Nintendo Switch 1 games had like purposefully unlocked frame rates, I assume and hope that the Switch 2 will just kind of run those games better. Or like, I don't know, take the classic example of like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity like on Switch, which I believe has like a capped frame rate of 30 frames per second. But like it doesn't even hit that cap consistently. So like in that sense, I would assume that you know, at least it would hit 30 on the Switch 2 because that's where the cap is. But you know, for example, it probably wouldn't go to 60 without like developers actually creating a patch, because you know that would be a compatibility issue essentially. But if they do like have enhancements that are automatic or just like a bunch of patches at launch, to be honest, I think that'll make the Switch 2 like a good like day one must buy for a lot of people, because like we all have huge backlogs and there's a lot of games on Switch that could also just benefit from the enhanced performance to, you know, make it enticing to revisit. So like literally just that aspect, you could literally have amazing like a whole lineup of Switch 1 patches and practically no games, and I would probably still get this console day one just because of that. But of course, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I'm expecting a lot of games here today, because it feels like they've really been able to take their time with this console this time around, which is just very exciting. And I mean, yeah, I'm expecting a lot of games here today, to be honest. Whether we'll see even more in the coming days, probably not from Nintendo, but like from other studios who might not have games advertised here per se, and you know, might just have their own little announcement later on now that the Switch 2 is kind of official and everything. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Matt says Metroid Prime 4 will probably be like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could. I don't know if it'll manage to reach that same sort of mass appeal. But I think it definitely has a potential to wow people, especially like core gamers, I would say. You know, gamers who are maybe typically on like other consoles sometime, like, you know, PlayStation, maybe they play a lot of shooters, maybe like Metroid Prime 4 will be the first sort of Metroid game to catch their attention. And who knows, maybe they'll decide to do the plunge on the Switch because of it. I don't know. As I said, I don't think it'll have as much of a massive impact as Breath of the Wild. But, I mean, there's a lot of potential for it here. Yeah, I mean, okay, we did a couple game topics. Let's go back to, like, some hardware prediction here. And, one of the things that has always really interested me is, will we see, like, some upscaling technology, like NVIDIA DLSS, for example? And, I think we will. I'm expecting it here. Will they talk about it? Maybe, like, Nintendo doesn't really talk sort of technical details, so if they do give it a mention in this presentation, it would probably have to be, like some sort of just not very technical way of talking about it, where they just kind of, showcase that, hey, like, maybe like Switch 1 games could be upscaled to 4K, for example, or stuff like that. Um, but like other than that, I don't even know if they would mention it. I feel like the main purpose of DLSS would be, the Switch's screen will probably be, I don't know, like just a 1080p screen probably. I could even see them doing like a 900p screen, even though like that feels pretty dated for like honestly both of them kind of feel pretty dated for what we have today. Um, but we'll probably get like a 1080p screen on the console, and of course, people have 4K TVs nowadays, so what do you do to kind of make it look half decent on your big 4K TV? Well, they're probably gonna rely on like DLSS here. So yeah, that's pretty much like what I'm expecting in terms of that, and I think that will honestly be a pretty big like game changer for the Switch 2 if they do that. Um, Other things in terms of hardware that I wanted to talk about is like, what do we think about cross-gen games, and will they get like next-gen performance and graphics upgrades? And yeah, I mean, I think we're probably gonna see that, right? I don't know. It feels sort of like not Nintendo-like to do like just like I guess next-gen patches, graphic upgrades for old games, but I feel like that would add a lot of value. And it doesn't have to be major, right? As I said, maybe for compatibility reasons, Switch 1 games by default might literally run at the same frame rate. They might even run at the same resolution and stuff. And, like, for the most part, a lot of these patches would be very beneficial if they just bump the frame rate cap and, like, bump the resolution. Like, you don't need to actually do a full rework of the game or anything, and like just those types of patches could be really sweet. If they have like any more like significant patches where they like actually edit like assets to improve them or whatever, then I mean I could see them honestly charging for that, to be honest. um but yeah, let's see. So I've got some more predictions. I'm just gonna go grab some water. I realized I should have done that, and I should probably not wait until the counter's at like 1 minute. So I'm gonna go grab some water. Hang tight, and in the meantime, if you have any predictions in chat, toss them out there, and we will talk about them in like 45 seconds after I am back. All right, sorry about that. And we are back, and literally in the last 4 minutes, it's crazy. It's surreal to think we're here, 4 minutes away from the full like Nintendo Switch 2 blowout. It's kind of crazy, and yeah. Okay, I want to talk about at least one last thing. Well, okay, rapid fire. One thing is, what do I think the price and the release day for the Switch 2 will be? I think that honestly the Switch 2 will probably just go for 400, maybe 450. It's kind of hard to tell, especially with like the economic situation in the US these past couple of months. I'm sure Nintendo's like kind of stressing about this and wondering if the economics make sense, at least for the US market, of how to price this thing. So like, in essence, I wouldn't even be surprised if the US pricing for the console is a little disproportional to other regions, which is, contrary to what you would usually see, where the price is, typically pretty competitive in the US compared to other places. Of course, like 400's kind of like the sweet spot, 400 US, of course, that means it's going to be like 600 Canadian or whatever, but but yeah, I mean, yeah, 400. They could probably get away with 450. If it goes above that, that'll be rough. That'll be. I don't even think that would kill it if it's 500. To be honest, a lot of people are kind of doom and gloom about that. But like, I think it would just kind of hinder it, especially for the casual audience, of how much adoption we would get for the system. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. And when will it release? Like, people have been talking about May 15th because, I don't know, a lot of things were lining up. The killer point for why that's not happening May 15th for me is essentially because the Switch 2, the Nintendo San Francisco store is opening that day, and that just seems really stupid to open, like, have the first day of a brand new store and have that going alongside the release. So, I mean, I don't think it's happening. I think it's going to be like June, somewhere in June. We don't know exactly when. Of course, we're going to learn it in just a few minutes. And okay, let's switch to the Direct here, because we're getting real close. And before that, let me just have a final check in the audio. And while I do that, I really want to bring up a couple points rapid fire, because we're so close. We're 1 minute away from the Direct. What will the C button do? Probably like some sort of voice chat. There was the whole Nintendo Campus sort of data mine. We don't know what it is, but some sort of social features. What will the mouse functionality bring to the table? I don't know. Potentially really cool stuff for FPS games, sim games, RTS games, any sort of pointer games that would have worked well in the Wii era. Could be really cool with a mouse. Of course, I'm always thinking about Mario Maker 3. We're really going rapid fire here at this point, just rolling off all the ideas, but we'll have to see. I'm a bit concerned about the ergonomics for that mouse. And last but not least, final point I will do here in the last 50 seconds is the Pro Controller. No one's really been talking about it, but we're probably going to see it here. There's been some patents for a Pro Controller that kind of just splits itself into two, and oh my god, we are in the final 60 seconds. Let me go full screen for the Direct here. Will we see the Pro Controller split into two? I do not know. Personally, I'm a bit concerned about that if they do, but they did patent that, so we'll have to see. And oh my god, literally down to 30 seconds. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me just check the audio one final time. Hopefully, the audio for the actual Direct is fine. Let me just figure that out. Okay, let me know if the Direct ends up being too loud. But right, we are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm offset. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. At last. Okay, we're starting with shapes, people. I've got chills. Just cause like, it's felt surreal the last 30 minutes just kind of rushing to get here, but we are here. And they put all the budget in this new Nintendo Direct animation. Hopefully the sound is good. But let's see, what's the first reveal? Oh, we're gonna get some details on Mario Kart. That's what it's looking like.
Let's go.
All right. Well, we are seeing a lot of racers here, that's for sure. Okay. It looks like, I don't know, I can't tell if the carts, they might be going back to non-customizable carts. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like the stylized look of this game. Oh my god, you can rail grind? What? Wait, what? What is the cow from Moo Moo Meadows doing there? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh my god, wait. They've got transformations. Oh, they've got costumes or transformations mid-race? I don't know. One or the other. Mario Kart World. Oh my god. I mean, they didn't call it Mario Kart 9, but that makes a lot of sense.
Everyone. I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay, so they're announcing a bunch of new people here.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
There's a good chance we see at least some of these people for the next 8 years.
On Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
I don't know, you tell me. It definitely looks more expansive.
Series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Okay, so we've got like weather.
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere.
Yeah! I was right! It's practically open world.
Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
So they've got classic races.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Yes!
With 24 drivers in each race.
Oh my
the
god,
most
so it
serious
is
history.
open world.
The competition is gearing up.
At least in some capacity.
Introducing Knockout Tour. Race
This-
non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
This really raises its potential as a launch title for single player, in my opinion.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated.
Okay,
Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
so we've got almost Battle Royale-esque type stuff here.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
My god, free roam Mario Kart.
By
I mean,
going
that's what I
off-road,
was
you can
thinking.
explore new areas and
Not
routes.
everyone believed me,
So
but
try
yeah,
wherever your heart takes you.
that's pretty crazy.
You can
Oh my
also
god.
go for scenic drives with friends, and even take photos together at different locations.
Wait, sorry, I wasn't listening. You can, oh my god, so you can just have like a party of friends driving.
A brand new race across the entire world starts here.
I mean, it
Mario
makes
Kart
sense that they would
World.
call it Mario Kart World.
The game launches on the same day. as
And there we
Nintendo
go,
Switch
it's
2.
a launch title.
More details about this title
Wait,
will be shared
what?
in an upcoming Mario Kart World
Okay.
event. So
For a second I thought they were saying the Switch 2 was launching April 17th, and I freaked out.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Okay, so they're
And
called
on
the
the right
Joy-Con
Joy-Con
2
2.
straight up.
We've added a new C button.
Oh, they're gonna talk about it.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Oh, it did the sound. The sound from the Nintendo Today app. And look, we get the Joy-Con grip that we get to see. Okay, you can play alone.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. That was you.
Whoa, that looks like Discord.
Wait, no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
They really have voice chat. Yes!
A new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
We finally have... They finally caught up to the 2005 Xbox 360. Heck yeah!
This feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
I'm so glad that they finally have it. We can mock them all we want.
While using the game chat feature, your voice is
But I'm
recognized by
happy
a
they have
microphone
it.
built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right?
Okay,
All right, let's keep going. Okay.
Pick
that
up your
is
speaking voice
concerning.
Clearly, even from a distance.
Why would you put the microphone there
All right, let's keep going.
and not on the
Let's make a
controller?
right here. Let's make a...
When it's
By the
noisy
way,
around
that
you,
looks like
your
a
voice
Switch
will
1
still
Pro
come through
controller.
clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
Okay, only Nintendo could decide to do that instead of just putting it
And
on
you
the
can use
controller.
this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you
I mean,
open the
yeah,
chat
that makes
menu
sense.
And turn on game screen sharing,
They literally just made it look like Discord.
also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
Can do it? You guys, I just did it.
I want to do it too.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Ooh.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no.
Yay.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's content.
Oh yeah, they're
While
not even playing the
different
same games.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh, wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell.
It feels so surreal that Nintendo's just like explaining what voice chat is though. Like if it's like some new novel thing.
You can adjust the size
But
of
I'm
your
so
game
happy
screen.
it's here. This is what I thought the connect button was gonna be. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be mind-blowing, it's just really
Or
cool.
expand another friend's game screen.
It looks pretty thoroughly thought out and like made though.
Wall that's to your left.
It's a pretty big leap going from nothing to more than just voice chat.
Wall ride.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have to try.
I think I could probably raise the volume of this a bit, right?
Let's take a picture here.
I feel like it's a bit low.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang. Oh, really? Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay. Sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
Oh my god, they have a camera as well.
The system.
Hey!
What the heck?
Up, hello. Yo, Nick.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
You can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game.
Nintendo invented a camera, no way! That's crazy.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm way behind, guys.
It feels so un-Nintendo-like to
Please look
have
forward to games which
like
use
a
your
green
camera feed
screened
like this.
camera in the game.
Okay.
No, wait. Go left.
Is this like confirming a patch for Super Mario Party Jamboree?
Game Chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
The frame rate on the video feeds is so bad though.
Decide your own rules for a retro game competition.
They put them at like 10 FPS when it's not the main feed.
Competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game Chat.
All right. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Glad that we have the basic feature now.
In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
It's crazy how they went from no chat to straight up like having a camera too.
Which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
Oh, it's literally launching with Switch 2, eh?
Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will
Free.
be available without a membership for a limited time.
Oh, that's like almost a year.
Additionally,
Not bad.
Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
That makes sense.
We'd like to
Nintendo's
introduce
gotta
another
protect
new
the children.
experience you can share with family and friends. On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with Game Share. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system.
No way,
Share
so
a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games.
Oh,
This
okay,
feature
yeah.
is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
Nice, good thing I bought that this summer.
It's also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
So they're literally bringing back download play, but still they gotta manually update the games.
We'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
So we got the first hint of the whole idea of them revamping existing games to make them more appealing. That's probably just the start. Same
At
thickness,
7.9
okay.
inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch.
that's a lot bigger actually.
The system's thickness remains the same.
That's good. How
With
much higher?
approximately
1080p?
double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in
Yeah,
greater
1080p.
detail on the 1080p screen.
Fair enough, that's good. Good thing they didn't go like 900p as I was saying in the predictions a few minutes ago. And it's
The
120.
screen supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
AKA also 40 FPS mode. Well, it's not OLED though.
is more vivid and supports HDR.
I guess
providing
that's
more
to be
contrast
expected.
between light and dark areas of the images. The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
The SL
Bigger
and
side
SR
buttons.
buttons
Maybe
are
we'll
bigger
actually use
for
the
greater
Joy-Cons
comfort and control
more than
when
like
playing
3
with the
times.
Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right sticks are now larger.
Okay, that's good too. Oh, mouse controls. Okay,
Each
they're just
Joy-Con
casually
2
gonna announce
controller
it.
Can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both
I honestly-
the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
I thought it would have its own segment, but nope, just
By
tossing it in
adjusting
here.
the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via Game Chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
Yeah, the people who pointed out that pinhole being the mic were right.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Nice. So it's got 3D audio, kind of like PlayStation as well.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
Okay, what will this do?
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Connecting a USB-C
You'll need it
camera
for the camera, I guess.
or charging in tabletop mode.
Yep. Fixes that, that's for sure.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Okay,
8
fair enough.
times that of Nintendo
For a second there, I was like,
for storing
I thought they were
game
gonna show
downloads,
64 and be
save
like,
data,
hooray,
and
we did
more.
it.
Reading and writing data is also faster. Use the
Oh,
Nintendo
it said
Switch 2
4K
dock
support.
to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
I mean, this is all
HDR
exciting
is
stuff,
also
probably
supported
what we
in TV
expected.
mode.
By the way, we're getting the first look at the system menu. It looks kind of the same for the settings.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Oh.
This helps keep performance stable.
Well, that's interesting. So you can overclock it more when it's docked, probably.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
All right. So I guess that was our hardware overview. Any
As you
more
just saw,
secrets, or are we
Nintendo
going to
Switch
see a bunch
2
of games
isn't
now?
Simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new
I'm happy
gameplay
they're
features.
bringing back some sort of download
And
play.
to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game.
Hopefully it won't just be for
Mr.
like 10 games.
Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
It literally just makes me think of
Exclusive to
like
Nintendo Switch 2.
Astrobot's, Astro's Playroom for some reason.
I'm standing over here.
If it's a
Okay,
welcome tour,
everyone,
then this is going to
join
be a
me inside the
pack-in.
game.
It
There
has
are
to
a
be
lot of
right.
question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads,
Where are the
"Where
magnets?"
Are the magnets?
It's like Nintendo
The Joy-Con
Labo,
controllers attached to the
but
system
for
with
your
magnets.
Switch.
And those magnets are inside the system.
Are they gonna put the
SL
welcome
and
tour on
SR
Switch
buttons
1?
the
Is that the
Joy-Con 2
idea?
are made of metal. So that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Oh, that's clever.
You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating
Because you
the
can't even
Joy-Con
really
2.
do that with a classic mouse.
By combining the
I
mouse
don't think so,
controls and
at least.
gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
Wow,
There are
that's
secrets to
pretty
discover,
ingenious.
Even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out.
It's kind of
There
funny
are
that
plenty.
they didn't make a proper game though. It's straight up like,
Nintendo
hey,
Switch 2 Welcome
we
Tour
just
will
packaged all
launch
the
as a
tech
paid
demos.
digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
No
So
way,
please
it's
check it out
paid.
if you're interested.
Now,
With something
I'd like to
called
share
Welcome
some more
Tour and it's
information
paid.
regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Well,
This
we're all
is
gonna
the
be
game
suckers
card
and
for
buy it
Nintendo
for no
Switch
good
2
reason.
titles.
Okay, so they're gonna be
It's
red.
the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speeds.
That was always my thinking.
Next up,
There's
is
no
additional
need for a
storage.
notch anymore. Like, the Switch One
2
can
will
just have
only
a
work
software
with
update to
micro
refuse
SD
them.
Express cards.
And yep, micro
They're a
SD
different
Express,
type
that
of
was
SD
rumored.
card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
I don't even know if anything uses that these days
Please
yet.
note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Okay.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing
Oh.
a new Pro controller.
Well, it doesn't look like it
Has the C
splits.
button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and GR
Nice.
buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In addition, an
No
audio
way!
jack
Yes!
has been added. We've introduced a few
That's
new
what we
features,
want.
And after today's presentation,
That's
the
honestly
official
what I've been
Nintendo
missing
Switch
the
2
most
website will go live.
about the Pro
There
controller.
will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Okay. What'll it be?
Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
June 5.
We're very much
Okay.
looking forward to the day when you all
Yep.
get to experience
Makes
it.
sense to be
Please
June,
wait
but yeah,
just a
that's
bit
the
longer.
start of June. That's pretty quick.
Now,
2 months away pretty much.
broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Oh, here comes the mention
These
of
games
the
take advantage
Switch
of
2
the
editions.
performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch
Yep.
2 edition games.
Switch
are the
2
third
edition.
type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo
Oh,
Switch
Jamboree
2 edition
TV.
of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Okay, so
Please
they're
take a
actually
look.
adding new features. Well, I didn't get much playtime out of this game, so I guess I'm happy
Super
I'm getting
Mario
more
Party
value out of it.
Jamboree is getting an upgrade
Maybe
on
we gotta
Nintendo
pay for
Switch
it,
2.
though.
The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features.
It's already the
including
biggest game.
Mouse controls,
Oh, well, now I'm happy I bought this game.
audio recognition,
Yeah, bring
more
back microphone
expressive
games.
rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory.
Can't believe we're all gonna
all
have
of
to be
which can
suckers
accessed
and buy
on
the
Switch
camera.
2. Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4
Debatably,
players
they
can
should have
join the
just put the camera
festivities.
in the console, though.
You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can
Maybe it's like a
experience all the
cost-saving
reactions
measure.
and emotions in real time.
I mean,
Or
obviously
4
this
friends
won't
can
appeal
take the
to a
party
good chunk of people.
online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2, hit blocks to collect the most coins, guide an RC car with your voice, go, and compete in other mini-games using full body movement and sound.
Oh, it even
Finally,
tracks
take a
you?
ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured,
The camera thing is honestly
You're
the
off.
most gimmicky thing about the Switch 2 so far.
use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
I mean, with all these additions, this is gonna be by far the biggest Mario
When
Party
you
game
enter a
ever, though.
pipe, a mini-game will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive mini-games. How quickly can you reach the station? From mini-games that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and rumble, the biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party
Yep, they said it.
Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2
So yeah,
edition,
Nintendo
plus
Switch
Jamboree
2
TV
editions.
launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th.
Well, that's like a month and a half after,
Nintendo
not
Switch
too
2
bad.
Players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to
That's
Nintendo
me.
Switch 2 edition plus
It's not
Jamboree
free,
TV
yeah.
by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Oof. So I guess
Please
I'm
look
not getting a
forward to
freebie
new Mario
for
Party experience,
spending
where you can see
$80
each
and
other's
playing for
reactions
5
while
hours.
playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo
But it is
Switch 2
definitely
edition
more than
games.
visual upgrades. There we go. The classic. Okay, for both
Nintendo
of them, I
Switch 2
still
editions
haven't
of
beaten
Legend
Tears of
Zelda
the
Breath
Kingdom.
the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the
Oh,
image
it's gonna
more
be pretty
vibrant,
sick with HDR though.
so you can play with smoother, higher definition graphics.
Hopefully I can keep on doing my
Plus,
existing
You can
playthrough
get
on it.
even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
It's gonna be expensive if
This
we have to
new
buy
feature can be
every one
accessed
of
via
these.
the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific
Oh, they're
service that's
renaming the Switch
exclusive
Online
to
app,
the
it said.
Switch 2 editions of these titles.
So they're not
For
dropping the
example,
app though.
It can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Okay, that is interesting, I suppose.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
Oh, well, that's kind of neat.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
And Forgotten
In
Land,
Kirby
okay.
and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy
You know,
an
it's funny,
additional
I was
story
kind of hoping this
exclusive
game
to
would
the
get an
Nintendo Switch
upgrade
2 edition,
just the other
along with
day,
improved
as
graphics
just
and
an
frame
excuse to replay it.
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
That's kind of interesting how, you know, they're open
Metroid
to doing
Prime
all
4
these.
Beyond
Oh
will
my
have
god.
both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch
They're open
2
to doing all these like DLCs for old games as an incentive to buy Switch 2 rather than making like a new Kirby game, for example.
In addition to
Yes!
standard controls, you can use
Oh my
mouse
god.
controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2.
Mouse controls in Metroid.
Plus, you can explore the immersive world in
And
4K
4K
at 60
60.
frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD. at
Oh, you can do
120 frames per
120.
second. Choose from these two modes, both of which support
Oh,
HDR,
that's gonna be
based on your
cool.
preference and playstyle.
My god.
Plus,
Oh, and there we go, Pokemon as well.
Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch
So
later
literally
this year,
everything we want
not
is
only
coming
receive
true.
a Nintendo Switch version,
All the
but a
rough
Nintendo
patch
Switch 2
games
edition as well.
just run smoother,
By
run
taking
better.
advantage of the power of Switch 2, you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced resolution and frame rates.
Are these gonna all cost money though? That's a bit concerning if so.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions.
So they're making Switch 2 boxes for them.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo
Oh,
Switch
they
2
all
edition
cost
by
money.
purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope
That's
you're looking
rough.
forward to these Nintendo Switch 2
Especially
edition
for like, I don't know, Zelda and like.
Next, I'd like to introduce
Well, I
a
guess
brand
they
new
didn't
game
talk
featuring
about
mouse
Metroid.
controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
And there we go. It's gonna be the mouse game. The one we all predicted that they just have like some kind of mouse game to showcase it off. Okay. Oh, is did they just invent like Rocket League in a wheelchair? Drag X Drive. I mean, it's using 2 mouse controllers, so already this is something that's not really possible on any other console. This is like their ARMS equivalent, essentially. Just with the mouse Joy-Cons. And it has regular motion controls too, which is kind of innovative to have like, okay, you have your mouse on a table, but also you lift it up and do stuff. I feel like these mouse controllers are just gonna like destroy my desk. I'll have to buy like just a big mouse pad, a desk-wide mouse pad just to play this game. It has a very like kind of gritty sort of vibe, which is kind of unusual for Nintendo.
Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves.
It is pretty much Rocket League.
Matches using dual mouse controls.
I mean, that's cool though, because you can't do that on any other system. Whether, I don't think it'll have much staying power though, but... Oh my god, there we go! That's what people were saying! Elden Ring is gonna be the Skyrim moment for the Direct. And there we go, our first third-party game. You know, I still haven't played Elden Ring, so... Oh, this might be the perfect occasion.
I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord.
I'm just curious to see if there's going to be a lot of compromises for this. Tarnished Edition. Well, the fact that it has a subtitle might imply that it's not just full functionality.
Here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I guess we're just in the third-party segment now.
Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time.
Yeah, I'm glad that the Pro Controller is not split in two like they patented, unless they just release like a new version like that. But the Pro Controller, just looking exactly like the existing one, is pretty much just Nintendo admitting like, yep, we made perfection. With the first Pro Controller. Monster Hunter? No, Street Fighter. I'm just curious to see how long this sort of rapid-fire third-party segment will go. How many third-party games? It's crazy though. I mean, I know we kind of all expected it, but man, it's like the realization that now like big games are on Nintendo. Oh, and they're making Amiibo. So I guess Amiibo are still going to be a thing going forward. If they're literally doing Street Fighter Amiibo.
Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
What is this? This looks like Daemon X Machina.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted,
I think it might be. I don't know if that game even did well.
New arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Oh, is it, what was the other one? Something Core?
This planet will be ours. The sovereign axiom.
I forget. It's probably something new, to be honest.
Was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children.
Oh, it is Daemon X Machina. I guess it's like a sequel. And that's coming out in September.
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight.
My god.
I'm super excited for Split Fiction.
As exciting as all these things are, it's really funny so far that this this Direct is kind of going how I imagined, which is kind of weird. But yeah, Split Fiction is here. Makes sense. It seems like a good fit for Switch 2.
And of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
Oh, it's a launch title. Well, I didn't pick it up yet, so...
We're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the
They have so many third-party games. They're just going rapid fire. Like, they had a good amount of third-party games for the Switch 1 at the presentation, but they didn't go this rapid fire, so clearly they've got a lot.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics.
Okay, well, to be fair, this one's already on the Switch.
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like never before.
It probably doesn't run great on the Switch, but...
And the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you even more ways to experience the adventure.
This is an interesting one,
Discover
though.
the enhanced magic when Hogwarts
Will it be a
Legacy
free
launches on the same
upgrade?
day as Switch 2.
Or do you have to rebuy it completely?
Captain, is that Mike supposed
They're going so fast. It genuinely like blows my mind. They have a lot to get through. We are 35 minutes in though. It's just gone by really fast. And yeah, I guess so far we haven't really had any like first party game reveals. I mean, Mario Kart was pretty wild. But yeah, I mean, then we've got the mouse game, the welcome tour. Nothing crazy so far. I'm kind of expecting a lot of crazy stuff, but I guess they'll save it for the closing.
Title, Hitman World of Assassination to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47
It's just crazy. The whole thing is becoming true of like being able to play probably the bulk of third-party games we want to play on Switch. I can sell my PS5 literally.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Is this like a James Bond thing? Oh, it is. A Hitman James Bond collaboration. That's kind of cool. Or is this a separate game?
Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
Oh, it's a separate game. Oh, that's cool. How long has it been since the last James Bond game?
Never fades. Is reborn.
Is this Bravely Default?
Bravely Default returns, remastered.
Oh, it is.
Definition.
It's a remaster.
Bravely Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and enhancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々がお送りするタイトルは龍が如くゼロ光の場所ディレクターズカットです。
So we got Yakuza coming.
1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。
Oh, this is another release game.
展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
In collaboration, oh my god. By the way, is this Switch 2 animation we're seeing? That wasn't in the reveal trailer, I think, so I think this is our first time seeing the cool Switch 2 animation. Oh, is this a new Hyrule Warriors? Because they said it's a collaboration.
Their union led to a great
But it's about Tears of the Kingdom.
But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call.
Yeah, I really need to beat Tears of the Kingdom now.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
Oh, we get to play as Zelda!
So that's Hyrule Castle?
The story leading into The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
This really is the past.
Yeah, it looks like it's a Hyrule Warriors. Okay, man. So we had a Hyrule Warriors for, was it before or after? I think it was before Breath of the Wild, canonically. And now we're having the parts of the past that I guess weren't really in Tears of the Kingdom. They're really liking this idea of filling the story gaps with Hyrule Warriors. I'm all for it, especially if it runs good on the Switch too. Just like, hopefully it's canon this time. Coming this winter. So we did get a new Zelda game. Of course, it's going to be a spin-off because we can't expect a new one yet, but this winter, sweet.
Koei Tecmo Games with support from Nintendo. We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
And now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh,
you can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch
how
Online
will it work?
on
Anything
Switch
new?
2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
The Switch 2
Please
editions,
take a look
please?
at
Please. No way! We got GameCube. No way.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion.
Oh, I thought we would have DS,
a new
honestly.
classic game library exclusive to Nintendo
No
Switch 2.
way. That's so much
Nintendo
value.
GameCube, originally released in 2001.
Are we just gonna casually get Wind Waker? We're gonna casually get Wind Waker.
That looks like a cartoon come to life through
No, I've actually never played the original. I've only played the Wii U version.
Link set sail on an adventure across
I love
the
how
great
they're
sea.
like, oh, you wanted the Wind Waker remake? Here's regular Wind Waker and probably Twilight Princess eventually.
And swords eternally retold. In this 3D weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different
That's
weapon.
so much value
And Link
though.
from the
How
Legend
many
of Zelda
games is there
series
gonna be in
enters
here?
the fray. Soul Calibur 2. Experience a
Well,
world
we're
of
getting
light knuckle
F-Zero.
racing at speeds over
They're really on their
2,000
F-Zero
kilometers per hour.
revival
30
craze.
machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Nice.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Oh, so they're kind of like
Also, check the controls for each
automatically
title,
upscaled.
customize them to your liking.
Kind of like the 3D All-Stars version, I guess.
More titles will be added.
Sunshine, well, okay. I guess that'll be a way to play Sunshine again. Chibi Robo, nice. Luigi's Mansion.
Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classic.
Same day.
the
Oh
Switch
my
2
god.
exclusive game
So we can
library
play
coming to
Wind Waker
Nintendo
on
Switch
release,
Online
even
Plus
though it's the old
expansion
one,
pack.
but still.
Launches the same day
Oh,
as
that
the
is
hardware's
crazy.
release.
I'm actually gonna have to get the expansion
And
pass now.
A dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller.
And
will
yeah,
also
having a
be
wireless
released.
one, that's gonna be
It
awesome.
can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access game chat.
Nice, and it's
The
modern.
Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo
That's
Switch
awesome. We're
Online
finally getting a
members,
proper
will also be
wireless
available the
controller.
same day as
It's gonna be
Nintendo
so
Switch
useful
2.
for all the other games.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward
It's so
to
crazy
Nintendo
to me. Like,
GameCube,
people
Nintendo
get
Classic.
mad that we don't have GameCube, but I honestly thought they would kind of never do it. Because that's like too much value.
Here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our publishing and development partners.
Okay, more games from partners. We already had a lot, so here's Wave 2. And what is this? Undertale? I guess Deltarune. Deltarune! So 3 and 4 coming out at the same time. There were some people who were saying Deltarune. I guess I'm not up to date on the series, but I don't know. I don't know why they said it would be in here, but it isn't here, which is very surprising. So is this the indie game portion? Because we just had a bunch of like sort of AAA portion a bit before. Well, we still got 15 minutes left. So is this like finally the full adventure? On launch day. Oh my god. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm super well versed in the series, but it's exciting for the people who are.
Borderlands is back. Loot
and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons.
I mean, yeah, they already had Borderlands 3 surprisingly on the Switch 1, so I guess that makes sense.
Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Well, yeah, we knew
In
that.
Civ 7, you'll establish an
Is
empire
it on
and guide
Switch
your
1 as
people
well?
throughout the ages of
I
history.
think it might be.
With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
Yep, sim games with a
Civ
mouse.
7
That's
launches
going to
on
be a
the same
game
day
changer.
as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Okay, so that confirms
And
it.
we have even more
None of these upgrades are free so far, though. They're really gonna nickel and dime us.
Ben Bishop. Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
And on the court.
This is probably just me, but I would have taken the Nintendo Switch editions being part of NSO over GameCube, to be honest. I'm gonna get so much hate for saying that.
Terrible at steering a raft. Let's slay some trees. Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing.
Uh-oh. What's happening?
Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top.
Hello.
Nicely done. Well, I think that's everything. Let's set sail.
Should I refresh? I'm gonna refresh. This isn't that important.
That's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for home.
Oh my god, I think it's on their end. Oh no, it is on their end.
I'm Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
Oh my god. No way.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
No way.
Dodge countless bullets and
The
aim for
official
dungeon's depths in our roguelike
Nintendo Switch 2 Direct
reloaded in
froze.
3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Well, that was not on my bingo card. A person in the chat mentioning Silk Song. Silk Song just ruined it. Oh my god. Oh. What's happening? Pretty sure we already covered the Civilization. Oh no. Oh no. What is going on?
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red.
The footage is so far back now.
The world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time. Cyberpunk 2077 is an open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home.
What is happening?
Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and
should I
discover
refresh?
engaging stories when Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition comes to Nintendo Switch 2.
No way they're announcing Cyberpunk in the background, guys.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。
Let's refresh, please.
2でファイナルフ
No.
ァンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。
Oh my god.
本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部
Has
作
this
シリーズ
ever
の
happened
1作目
to a
で
Nintendo Direct
10年
before?
以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。
That's crazy.
スイッチ2で展開する
The one direct that they need to like really not mess up.
シリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Wait, is it back? I think it's back to being okay somehow. Hollow Knight Silk Song 2025. It's not a release title. Okay, I think it's back, guys. I can't believe that just happened. Was that like part of them streaming it, or was that somehow part of the actual like video file that they uploaded? Because I saw throughout the direct that there were a bit of artifacting in the video, and I wasn't sure if it was just like on my end with me recording it and everything. Star Wars Outlaws desperately coming to Switch 2. Wow, that was a moment for the ages. Honestly, I think that's worse than any of the stumbles they had in their live Switch 1 presentation back in the day. Okay, Switch 2 edition of Shadow Labyrinth. Again, when it's a Switch 2 edition like that, for a game that's not even out, do you gotta like buy it twice? Or is it just a free upgrade? I feel like they've done a poor job of defining what the Switch 2 edition entails. Okay, Fortnite is a launch title. This is a launch title. Ridge Racer is launch title. Yeah, Professor Layton is here. Thank God it came back for, I guess the whole just like highlight reel of all the games. Human Fall Flat 2. Okay, there's a new one apparently. Yeah, this console is just gonna have so many third-party games.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners.
Okay, last one from the partners. There's about roughly 8 minutes left. So this is a big one if they're highlighting it. But yeah, we missed the Cyberpunk 2077 announcement, which I would have been pretty hyped about. I'm sure CD Projekt Red's really mad that their announcement's one of the only ones that got messed up.
I give you.
Well, we'll have to go back to see the trailer that releases, I guess.
I give you my life. Turn
Is this a new game? If they're putting all the focus on this?
and transport him to a night of moonlight.
Because it is cool to see all these third-party games, but when you think about it, most of them are not new. Oh, it's a new From Software game. I guess Elden Ring wasn't enough. Well, I'm not particularly knowledgeable on FromSoft. But is this the Elden Ring multiplayer thing, or is this something else? Okay, that's pretty cool. Again, this kind of looks more steampunk than Elden Ring. This is probably something else that's further out. But then again, what do I know?
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
I mean, honestly, the most impressive part is realizing that this is gonna be on Switch. This is a Nintendo showcase, and this looks like you would never see this on the Switch before. That's for sure. I mean, these might all be pre-rendered cutscenes, but I mean, yeah, this is a good graphical showcase for the Switch too. The Dusk Bloods. Alright. So it's a new FromSoft game. Brand new. Never announced. $2026. Okay. Only on Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was a brand
Nice.
new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game. So please check it out when it's available.
Okay, that's in like
That's
2
all
days.
From our publishing and development partners. We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
So is like Koizumi like completely gone from the picture now that it's the Switch
In
2
addition to
era?
what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Well, there's about 4 minutes left, so this is probably a Nintendo reveal. Oh, that's Pokemon? Kirby, maybe? Probably Kirby? Oh, it is Kirby. Is it a new Kirby game? What if it's Air Ride? Oh my god, that would be mind-blowing. The new Sakurai game is actually Air Ride 2. Okay, the star, as if it wasn't good enough, has like rocket boosters. This is actually Air Ride 2, isn't it? Oh my god, that looks beautiful! This, oh, it is Air Ride. Oh, it's literally Air Ride 2! Oh my god. It is! Air Riders. My god. Honestly, I would not think that Kirby's Air Ride would have a commercial potential in 2025. Okay, and it's this year too. I guess that's the game Sakurai was working on during his channel, making his YouTube channel. It looks so good though. Look at that.
Directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
I'm a bit disappointed he didn't do Kid Icarus though.
Please take a look.
Okay, final thing. But I mean, maybe he just needed a small project because he knows he'll be forced to do Smash. Oh. Is this related to the online playtest by any chance? Oh, it's gonna be the new Mario! What am I doing? I'm so stupid! Of course it's gonna be the new Mario. It has to be, right? Or a Donkey Kong game, maybe? Yeah, it's gonna be a Donkey Kong game. Look at that. The 3D Donkey Kong game is real. Oh, that looks very cool and stylized. But it's really funny that now that we have a Nintendo console capable of graphics, they're going even more stylized than ever. Although, yeah, oh, look at the destruction physics and the lighting are making use of the Switch 2, probably. Maybe there is no 3D Mario. Maybe 3D Donkey Kong is just a hella ambitious game. It's weird because I'm not at all even getting, like, Nintendo Mushroom Kingdom vibes here. Other than, like, Donkey Kong is here. Oh, well, this is a nice throwback to country, but other than that, this does not scream Donkey Kong or Mario at all. It's just kind of its own little wacky world. I mean, it looks really cool. I hope we actually get to see more of this at the treehouse. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Okay. When is this launching? In July. Oh my god, so it's like, again, a month and a half after.
That was a brand new 3D platforming
Didn't like the
action
Mario
game starring
Party thing
Donkey Kong
come out on the same
called
day too?
Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
It's crazy to think we'll be
Thank
playing
you for
these
watching
games
so
in
far.
like 3 months.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch.
Oh,
We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital
there is a
version of
bundle.
Mario Kart World.
I almost don't want the
For
bundle
more
just to get a
details,
physical.
Please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website.
But I
which
mean,
goes
it's
live
probably
later
cheaper than buying Mario Kart.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
It's hard to tell if these will be the main people for Nintendo in the upcoming years, or if they're really just tied to the hardware team and we'll be back to like Koizumi and everyone else that we usually see. Okay, okay. So here's just a recap of all the logos, and then we'll see a bunch of that at the treehouse. But I guess most surprisingly of all, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I guess most surprisingly of all, like, I guess we did get a mention of Metroid Prime 4, and they said you could play it in 4K 60, so like, you know, clearly this game is gonna like take advantage of the Switch 2, which is nice. You know, that was a question that people had, you know, not feeling like they're missing out on it being just stranded on the Switch 1. But I'm surprised we didn't get like a new trailer for this. I guess they had a lot of stuff to show, because I mean, it is a big like 1 hour showcase. But ultimately, literally, I'm coming out of like this 1 hour showcase kind of thinking that they didn't actually show that much, which seems crazy to say, right? Like on one hand, this is like an amazing showcase. On the other hand, it is a little bit disappointing, but not in a way that like actually matters. Like I think they pretty much nailed everything they needed to nail. The showcase pretty much did what I thought it was gonna go for, which is essentially, you know, I think, as I said, the biggest highlight of this whole thing was showcasing the sheer amount of third-party stuff. And like clearly they didn't even show that much first-party stuff, which I think is the most surprising here, because I was kind of expecting them to have a whole blowout of first-party games, and maybe they just decided that they don't like need these first-party games to be shown today, because clearly they had a lot of stuff to get through. Like, think about it. We've got Mario Kart, that's a launch title, that's kind of expected. And we've got, you know, they announced a lot of like Switch 2 editions, which are kind of cool. I forget if they said all of them were coming day one. I think they did. And then we've got like, well, the Mario Party one seemed like the biggest Nintendo Switch 2 edition of all of them from a feature standpoint. And then we've got the new Donkey Kong game coming out in July. And I think that's it. So, I mean, oh, well, no, what am I saying? No, the Donkey Kong game was July, yes. Did they even showcase a holiday thing. I don't think they did. I mean, of course, we've got Pokemon, which will be coming out in the holiday, and I mean, they said it would get a boost. We've got Metroid Prime 4, which I don't think they shared a date. So yeah, I mean, I guess they technically, if you count the Switch 1 games, have a game for almost every month. But honestly, I'm a bit stunned, you know, like, with all the time they had for the Switch 2, I'm thinking they would have had more first-party games in the first sort of 9 months here until December of this year, essentially. And I mean, realistically, I kind of feel like they probably do. They probably just kind of made the choice that, unlike the Nintendo Switch 1 thing, the Switch 1 presentation, they probably just decided that maybe they don't need to reveal all their cards today. I would have liked if they revealed all their cards today, but it seems that yeah, maybe they just wanted to really highlight that, you know, there's a lot of third-party stuff coming, which is a big difference for Nintendo. And hey, we got Matt in chat here. The intention was always for me to talk to Matt in our in-depth post-direct discussion, so we're gonna switch over to that right now. Put on a bit of music, and let me just mute this one here. And yeah, let us set that up, and I'll get Matt in the voice chat, and we will have fun talking about all the stuff we just learned. A lot of stuff to go through, so we're gonna do that. And so hang tight 1 second. Hopefully I will get Matt in here without too much issue. Hey Matt.
Yo, that was actually, I think that was a crazy direct.
That was pretty crazy. They covered a lot of stuff. Hopefully people can hear you. Can you say a word or two again? I think you're probably...
Hi. I'll listen to it as well.
Yeah, I'll do that too on my phone. I think maybe you're a bit lower volume than me, but that might actually just be me.
Yeah, I'm a bit lower volume. I think I'm a bit lower volume.
Okay, let me just raise that. Let's see. How's that? Just say a few things again.
Okay. Hi.
Okay, hopefully that's about the same, right? Yeah, hopefully. Let me have a listen as well.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, let me have a quick listen, but it's probably fine. And then we can actually go on and talk about stuff, because there's a lot to get through here. Okay, just say a few things.
Yo, hi, hello, welcome, hi.
Okay.
Subscribe to Skull Kid.
Yes, do that. Also, yeah, hey, this is Matthias, friend of the channel, so if you're watching the VOD, check out his channel. He recorded his reaction, I think at least. And it'll be there later.
Yeah, I'm not rendering it yet. I'll do it like later.
Alright. Okay, so I think the audio is fine. Alrighty. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. Also, did you see the part where the direct straight up like froze?
Yeah, I was panicking. I was like, wait, what?
I thought it was me because I'm using a different browser for just doing the screen capture than I usually do.
I thought it was also me.
Then I
was actually panicking.
Yeah, same here. And then I just, you know, went out of full screen and all the chat was like, holy shit, it froze. That's pretty wild. I don't think I've ever seen a Nintendo Direct do that, like, ever. It's so unfortunate that it happened on, like, arguably the most important Direct of the generation.
Somebody pressed the wrong button. Somebody pressed the wrong button.
I don't know. I mean, as I was saying before you got here, I was getting a couple, like, video artifacts a bit before then, like, throughout the Direct. I think it's just on my end, but I don't know, I was starting to wonder, like, did they somehow mess up the render of the file and no one watched it, which would be kind of hilarious, but it's probably just on my end for the stuff that was happening before. So maybe before we get talking about stuff, why don't we go on the Nintendo YouTube channel if you're watching my stream, and hopefully they have the Cyberpunk 2077 segment, because that was completely removed because of the hiccup. I don't think they have it here yet, though. I'm looking at it.
I went back.
Did it fix itself when you went back?
Yeah, it fixed itself when I went back.
So maybe it's a YouTube issue. Oh, and if it's purely on YouTube's end, Nintendo's gonna be mad at YouTube.
Yeah,
Google's
YouTube.
getting a call.
101.
Okay, let's go back because we missed that segment. Let's see. Oh, GameCube was actually really late in the process. I'm just scrubbing through it. Let's see. I think it was it? Yeah, it was probably before Kirby Air Ride. Which, kind of mind-blowing, by the way. I was not expecting Sakurai's game to be Kirby Air Ride 2.
I thought Sakurai was done with Kirby.
Well, yeah, for one, yeah, I thought he was done with Kirby, and for two, I kind of thought, like, Air Ride was, like, you know, it was a cool game for its time. But, like, is there even, like, market appeal for Air Ride? It's kind of surprising that... Out of all things,
definitely old people who like the GameCube. I never grew up with it, but I played like 2 hours of Kirby Air Ride and kind of liked it.
I mean,
but I wanted it to be like modernized.
I mean, ironically, you know, they announced GameCube, so they could just release Air Ride there. But yeah, I guess we're getting a full-blown Air Ride.
I think Sakurai had new ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I have no doubt that the game's gonna be good. I'm curious if it'll sell well. I mean, it feels like a pretty niche idea. I mean, I was kind of blown away by the graphics initially when I saw the trailer. It just looks pretty wacky and crazy and awesome. Let me see. Oh, we missed like Puyo Puyo Tetris. I think I'm in the section that all the stuff we missed. Okay, maybe let's like watch this 2-minute portion together, and
discover engaging stories.
Then we'll comment on everything.
I stopped going to Discord because like I was talking to people and then it crashed and I was like, oh shit, I don't want to be behind.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just like powered through it, but we missed a few bits here and there.
I mean, honestly, the only important thing was, like, from now Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
And I think that's not that super amazing of a game, but, you know, kind of cool it's on it.
You know, I'm just happy because all of these games I haven't played, so it's just like a good excuse for me to finally play them. I can't see the Cyberpunk portion. Did they not announce that? Am I just making that up? I thought they had more than like a sizzle reel. Oh, maybe it's after this. I have no idea.
I don't think so.
But yeah, I mean, Silksong casually showed up here as well.
Yeah, being 2025.
I was kind of hoping that they would say, hey, Silksong is a launch title. But I guess that's not happening. It's a bit concerning that they still have a full, like, just a year. Like, you know, is this like the 4th year they give us in the history of this game or what? Yeah, I guess we didn't miss that much. Oh well.
Yeah, you didn't miss that much. No. Like, I think the biggest things that matter are Blood, the game. Like,
yeah.
That game is like From Software. People love From Software. And it's Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive. People gonna be mad. People be mad about Bloodborne being a PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. Some people will be mad. Just get a Switch 2, man. What can I say?
Yeah. The thing is, we just don't know the pricing yet for the system, which I find...
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
We got the release date, which is crazy, and I want to already buy it, but like...
Yeah.
What's the price?
You're right. You know, I feel maybe this is stupid. Maybe I'm like, well, honestly, this is probably the main reason. I feel like the main reason is because literally, like, today, they're gonna announce if they have, like, tariffs in the US or not. And I feel like Nintendo's kind of panicking about that. Because if they announce, like, $400 and they get, like, a... Whoa, the Direct just went offline. Are you seeing this?
Yeah, stream's catching up. Well, yeah.
Yo, they just privated the Direct.
Yo, what the hell?
They're like what? They just like freaked out about their fumble and now they're gonna like re-upload it. Dang, I was like planning to loop the Direct and go back at the stuff. Hopefully they have a re-uploaded version.
Also, that Donkey Kong game looks so fucking... That looks so good. No swearing, sorry, but that looks so good.
It looks absolutely amazing.
It looks like... It's the best thing I've ever seen.
It's so funny because I was looking at it and like my initial thought is like, other than seeing Donkey Kong, nothing about it actually looks like Donkey Kong. And I mean, that's kind of exciting in a way, but
yeah, it is.
I was kind of mind blown because it doesn't actually look that much like a Nintendo game. I mean, it looks colorful like a Nintendo game, but I mean, it's just really unique in a sense.
That makes me hopeful. That really makes me hopeful for like, yeah, there are gonna be good games on the Switch too.
Yeah, and
like it's gonna be again like that new fresh experience on the Switch too, like we had on the Switch, you know? Not just really like, oh yeah, just another Switch, you know, it's gonna be like the same games. No, it's a new fresh experience. I love that. I love that.
Well, yeah, it's very exciting because it feels like that and Kirby's Air Ride. It feels very bold in like an industry where in the past couple of years games have gotten like so expensive to make, and it feels like, you know, especially people like Sony, they're playing it very safe. They're practically like they've stopped investing in all their legacy franchises that were very unique, and they're just investing in like the most mainstream games. And to see Nintendo show up at the reveal of the Switch 2 with literally like Air Ride and a crazy looking Donkey Kong game that just seems like creativity is like the first focus of the game, is just like really exciting and like reassuring in a sense too.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, it's pretty exciting. The Direct, I'm still refreshing. They literally just nuked the Direct. I can't believe they did that. Like, if you weren't watching it live, if you're literally like 10 minutes behind, you're not even getting the end of the Direct. Okay, here we go. They actually re-uploaded it as a video. I'm blind, apparently. Let's open that up. Is it in 4K? Oh, it's in 4K! It's like the first Nintendo presentation that's in 4K, I think. Because of, like, hey, the Switch 2 is 4K now. That's kind of wild. But yeah, I mean, what is your opinion on the fact, like, I'm kind of surprised. They showed a lot of great games, like Mario Kart's mind-blowing, Donkey Kong's pretty mind-blowing, but I was kind of expecting more first-party stuff here. I don't know if I'm just, like, insane for thinking that, but in terms of like the quantity, it doesn't really compare to what we had, I think, for Switch 1.
I think it's literally just because, okay, the console releases in June, and June is mostly the month where there is another Nintendo Direct.
Yeah,
I think that's where they're gonna like leaks said like 3 phases. I think that's phase 1, June, July, and in June they're gonna announce the second phase of like the big games, you know. Like first we have Mario Kart, then yeah, DK and things like that, and the Kirby game. Like those 3 games, like Mario Kart is there to carry it, and like 2 really good looking games. So yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't think I really heard about the whole 3-phase rumor. I guess I missed that one. But I mean, yeah, I can see it. That makes sense, I guess, when you explain it like that. I mean, I have no doubt there's probably more games that are coming like in this year, first party. But yeah, I guess I'm surprised because, you know, with the Switch 1, but I guess it was a different situation where Nintendo was coming from the Wii U and practically failing essentially. And they pretty much revealed all their cards at that first direct. Like literally, I think they announced like Yoshi and Kirby, which came out in 2019, at least for Yoshi. And so like, you know, they really wanted to convince people that there were a lot of games so that they would buy it right away. I guess the outcome I get from this is Nintendo probably feels pretty confident, and they just felt that they didn't really have to reveal all their cards like right from the get-go here. Which, yeah, is probably true, but
I think what they showed with Mario Kart, they don't need to.
yeah,
I'm sold.
I mean, I'm so happy that the open world thing turned out to be true. Like, I remember, I don't know, I mean, I think a fair amount of people were speculating that it was open world, but I remember when they had the Switch reveal trailer. And remember my whole like speculation was like, man, the guardrails are open. That means you can just go off the track. And yeah, turns out that's true. You can just go off the track and it's pretty much open world Mario Kart.
Yeah, I love that. Like, the game looks so unique as well. It looks so fresh as well. It's gonna be such a nice experience.
Yeah, I mean, like when they first showed it, people were saying like, oh, maybe the graphics aren't that good. And I mean, you know, I think Mario Kart 8 went for a bit of a more realistic style, but I think in the grand scheme of things, like now that we see it now, I think it just looks so good. And if it's open world, it also kind of makes sense that maybe, you know, like the style makes sense for it, and they also got to budget the power for being able to make it open world. But overall, yeah, it just looks great, I think. But yeah, do you have any like specifics that you want to point out that just particular highlights for you?
Particular highlight, definitely Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey
like
Kong.
Literally just, and the GameCube. I wasn't expecting Nintendo Switch Online DS, but I feel like it's gonna happen later down the line, the DS one.
Yeah, I was caught off
Like,
guard quite a bit by the GameCube as
I was
well.
also caught off guard. I was like, wait, what? No way. They're gonna just give us GameCube games?
Yeah,
without remaking them, being like, yeah, here you go.
To me, it feels like there's just too much value in GameCube games.
Yeah, like literally this thing will kill the whole physical games for GameCube. Nah, not really, but it will literally just be like, actually, would you buy a physical game of the GameCube game unless you're a collector?
I mean, they're literally...
But if you only want to play it, then yeah.
Like, they're literally upscaled by default too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's so funny, right? People have been like begging for Wind Waker HD for literally years, and then they're just like, oh yeah, you can play regular Wind Waker, like just on launch day. But like, I guess they didn't technically say if there's going to be a price increase, but it is part of the expansion pass. So far, it's looking like, I guess it's just the same price and you just get this tremendous value.
Also, it's only Switch 2 exclusive, and probably the reason why they made it same price is so they get people to be like, yeah, we're gonna buy that for that Nintendo Switch Online and GameCube only. Which I feel like there are some people who would be like that.
I mean, I would almost do that, but like, no joke, probably this is what will get me to go on the expansion pass, because I've actually never bothered. I mean, there's good value on it, it's just I don't have time to play it. But GameCube games, like an excuse to replay Wind Waker, although, I mean, that's debatable. I've got the Wii U right here sitting on my desk, like, it's cool, right? It's the hot new, like, Switch 2 console, but arguably, Wind Waker HD is better. But, oh, I'm seeing it right here on the screen. But yeah, the fact they announced a wireless GameCube controller, That's gonna be good for Smash too, that you can just freely buy like a good quality wireless GameCube controller.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
gonna be
getting
pretty
that as
sick.
well.
Oh, we
I
were
wanna
gonna
get
go
that as
so
well.
broke. I mean, just
Yeah.
like seeing the Nintendo Switch 2 editions and realizing that we're gonna have to
Mhm.
pay for every one of them. That's gonna be rough. Like I was saying in my stream before you got here, and people are gonna hate me for this, but I think I would have preferred to have the Nintendo Switch 2 edition like upgrades be part of the expansion pass over GameCube personally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess other than that, let's see. I'm just kind of scrubbing through the trailer. Oh, what did you think about the C button and the voice chat and all that?
Discord exists.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought about it was, oh, this looks like exactly like the Discord interface, which made me laugh. The fact that the camera is separate is also a bit weird. Like, I remember people when they were speculating, or, you know, I guess people making like hopes videos about the Switch 2 and what it would look like, you know, like 2 years ago, right? Before we even knew anything. And they were like hoping that they would put a camera on the top of the Switch 2 and it would kind of just poke out of your dock, right?
Mhm.
It seems a little clunky to me that they're selling like a standalone USB camera, but I guess that's what it is.
I think it's cool for the Mario Party though.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like it's a cool idea. It's just a bit funny to me that the camera's not like in the system itself. But I
So
think
I'm not buying the camera.
yeah, no, probably not, unless it's like $20 just for the sake of trying it out. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless it's better than my current cam, and then I would be like, huh.
well, that's another
Cool.
point too. Like, will you be able to just plug in your own webcam if you have one? Probably not. But maybe, I don't know.
Also the Pro controller.
Yeah, I mean,
I want that.
that one was funny because it's like the same design, so it's pretty much Nintendo admitting that the
Mhm.
design was just perfect.
Yes.
But
It was.
yeah, for me it's like the audio port is a game changer, because that's the number one thing I miss about the Switch
Yeah.
compared to the other consoles. Whenever I record, I literally have like a dedicated box on my desk which extracts the audio from the HDMI, so I can plug in like headphones. And like, yeah, I literally only have that because there was no way to get audio from the Switch before. So hopefully that'll be fixed and we can actually like play Switch and just have audio on your couch or something. So that's good. But
Also, you didn't get a price point for games.
yeah, I mean, I guess obviously it could theoretically depend per game. It's probably 70. Most people are saying that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's definitely maybe a price increase.
yeah, I would think so
I wouldn't
too.
mind. I wouldn't mind because like I'm only buying Switch exclusive games, so like I wouldn't mind paying a few bucks more for really good games.
Yeah, I was curious in particular. I think like Hogwarts Legacy showed up in this direct, and it's kind of a good example where like Hogwarts Legacy is already on the Switch 1, right? And they announced it again for the Switch 2. So I'm kind of just curious because this is kind of maybe going to set like a precedent for the next years going forward. If you have Hogwarts Legacy on Switch 1, is this a free upgrade? Is this like, can you pay like $10 for an upgrade? Or straight up, do you have to like rebuy the full game? Like, we don't know. Hopefully that gets answered.
Didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions like that. The kind of impression I get from this direct is like, yeah, we know we're doing pretty good, and we're gonna nickel and dime you a lot this generation, at least for all the Switch 1 upgrades when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what else did they talk about in here? Oh, I mean, yeah, there was the whole segment about like essentially download play coming back from the DS
Oh yeah,
era.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know how they're gonna do it, because, you know, download play kind of... I've been actually meaning to do a video on download play for ages. That's like one of my discussion video ideas for the future. But download play was kind of in a particular time where games were like just a few megabytes on the DS, so it was pretty viable to straight up like send the whole game, or like mostly the whole game, over to like another DS, which was kind of just the perfect time and place in that era, right? I don't know how this is gonna work. They're kind of pitching it the same way. I guess
it's also
maybe
online.
Yeah, I mean, it is also online. It's actually a bit confusing. So
Yeah.
we need to go back. I'm like looking at it right now on the stream, but I kind of didn't understand it fully. So it's probably local and online. But either way, you're gonna have, like, the people who don't have the game are gonna have to download a good chunk of the game, no doubt.
True.
Then again, I
Cloud gaming maybe.
maybe. I doubt. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, it could happen, maybe. I mean,
It could be like they said for specific games, so if it's for those specific games, maybe.
I'm looking at the trailer here. I don't know if you have my stream open.
Yeah, I do.
But do you see how there's actually like a Wi-Fi bar at the top right, and there's like a banner?
Yeah.
You could potentially be right about the cloud gaming thing. It wouldn't be totally impossible. I mean, they showed in the like chat feature, like, you know, screen sharing. So I guess if you can do that, it's not that far-fetched to go the cloud gaming route. Maybe they're just assuming that people have good Wi-Fi and you can download the game in just a few minutes too.
Yeah, for a minute I thought I didn't have good Wi-Fi.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing more on the quote-unquote download play, aka called game share now, essentially. But yeah, they said it's manual, so it seems all cool to be like, oh my god, download play is back. I guess we'll have to see if they end up just supporting like 10 games and never talking about it again, or if like 200 games will be supported in years from now, you know. But I guess
think
we'll
only
see.
Switch exclusives.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I assume it's just like a Nintendo thing. Unless like
Yeah.
third parties can implement it. I mean, maybe they could, but most third parties probably wouldn't, especially if it's multi-platform, because that's just a lot of work. Plus, I mean, there's not even that many like third-party games that are sort of the couch co-op vibe that these things are useful for usually.
True.
Let's see. What else was there in here? I mean, there was the overview of the console, of course. Like, okay, the screen is 1080p.
They didn't focus that much on the mouse controls, actually.
Yeah, I was just blown away, right? They just casually introduced it as part of the rest of the hardware features, like if it was no big deal. But like, hey, we've got what's the name of the game? See, I already forgot. The name of their mouse game. Just scrubbing through. My god. I don't... Oh, there we go. What's it called?
Oh yeah, the magnets. Like, they seem to be pretty strong. They just have to show it in the treehouse.
Yeah. So hopefully, now that Nintendo's already had a technical fumble today, let's pray for the sake of the treehouse that they don't accidentally like drop the Switch due to the magnets, because that would be another bad fumble.
Yeah. True.
They said the magnets are strong, but like, I think that, you know, people were analyzing from the reveal trailer that there's probably some sort of like clip that kind of clips into it too to help it. So I think it should be fine. I was always skeptical of the magnets, but I mean, I guess we'll have to see just when we have it in hand, or when other fellow YouTubers go to New York and tell us all about it from the Switch 2 experience happening in like what, just 2 days from now. Crazy. But other than that, we had, I'm just going in order pretty much.
Elden Ring.
I mean, yes, Elden Ring.
That was like, wait a minute, Elden Ring can run on this?
I mean, yeah, I wasn't too surprised, because in my point of view, like, well, first of all, Elden Ring is a PS4 game technically, but secondly, like, if it can't run Elden Ring now, this would be a bad sign for the next 8 years. It's gonna take like, it's gonna be a bit mind-blowing for a good little while to realize that, oh, the Switch can run all these games for the Switch 2. Like, that's gonna be cool, right? But yeah, I mean, good on it for being able to play Elden Ring. That means it's promising for the next 8 years, I guess.
Definitely.
But yeah, like, you know, we had a 1080p screen, I guess. Sure, that's good.
But I'm also like, the upgrades for the Switch 1 games, like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I'm like,
Yeah. I'm just still here going through my Tears of the Kingdom original playthrough, hoping that I can, I don't know, at least transfer my save file over. Otherwise, I'll probably never touch those. And I mean, it's a cool graphical showcase, and it's a good thing to have going forward, to have upgrades. But I feel like I'm kind of burnt out on these games, and probably a lot of people too don't really want to reinvest 200 hours into them. But I mean, it's a good thing to have.
I can see that. Korok Forest looking really good.
Yeah.
No lag.
Actually,
no lag
run.
at all, and I was like, hell yeah.
Exactly. Another thing here we've got on stream, I'm remembering, the Welcome Tour, which is kind of an odd one. So this is releasing on the release day. And
not free, by the way.
Yeah, that's the impressive part. It's called Welcome Tour. They pretty much say, like, it's not even a great game or anything. It's just like, hey, we slapped some tech demos together, and here's some information about how the Switch works. By the way, please pay for it. It's like, this should be a pack-in. And this and the Nintendo Switch 2 editions makes me a little concerned that, again, Nintendo's gonna be nickel and diming us a lot this generation, maybe.
Probably.
It is a little concerning. But yeah, oh, you can literally see here, I think they're talking about the clips around the magnets. But yeah, I mean, did you see the thing with the mouse where they also use gyro and you can kind of turn it? That's kind of unique, because you can't really do that on PC.
That's cool.
So I like that when Nintendo finds like some hardware innovations where, you know, yeah, like there's a mouse on PC, but our mouse does this better. And that's going to be cool for games, I suppose, in that sense. Other than that, we had, well, again, like the game, which I'm forgetting the name about, which is for the mouse and stuff. I'm just trying to find the title, but it's on screen right now. Summer 2025.
Bing, bing.
Notice they didn't even give a month, even though it's summer. That's kind of funny. Like, literally, it's
It's like a cool game, but like if it's more than $30, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, to me, this is like a very like forgettable game. You know, it's kind of like Snipper Clips, but I want to say like Snipper Clips was actually much more memorable than this game.
It's ARMS too.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it is. Like, ARMS was kind of showcasing, I guess, the fact that you could still do motion controls on Switch. and this is the gimmick game for the mouse mode, but not as memorable. Like it feels very un-Nintendo like and very forgettable. But like, yeah, I don't know. It might who knows, it might be fun. It's like Rocket
It might be
League.
fun for a bit.
Rocket
It
League with
definitely does
wheelchairs.
look like that.
Also, like, I feel like this would just destroy my desk if I don't have a mouse pad, and I'm just like furiously, like, just scratching back and forth with the mouse mode. Like, okay, they've got these Joy-Con straps, but surely they can't protect that much.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, how do you
Yeah,
play
I would
this on
get a
your
mouse
couch?
for this. Yeah, that's true. How do you play this on your
I mean, I've
couch?
seen a lot of people say that. It's cool to have mouse controls, and luckily nowadays I play Switch at like a computer desk, but the bulk of people play their Switch on their couch, so I don't know how these games, how like accessible or not they will be, but yeah, kind of interesting.
Maybe they'll have like some kind of mouse table as an accessory. More money.
That would be funny. The Nintendo table to be paired with the Joy-Con 2. Yep, other than that, Nintendo just casually announced that apparently the Nintendo Switch Online app that nobody uses is still a thing. For some reason.
And it's going to be useful for Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom if you are looking for all the Korok seeds.
Yeah, it's like it's replacing the IGN interactive map.
Yes, they're like, hey, no, you can't do that. We're doing our own thing.
Exactly.
But I do think the game looks really good on the Switch too.
Yeah, I didn't even pay too much attention to the game, but yeah, I guess I'm looking at it now. It looks really crisp, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look that different, but it's just like the crispness of the image.
It looks like less... Like, I've always had this with Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It looks like so foggy. Now it looks less foggy. And yes, I'm also getting this definitely physical because I always wanted the Kirby Forgotten Land physical edition. I never got around to doing that because it's expensive.
Yeah, that's a good
now
reason.
Like, yeah, you know what? That's an excuse.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking about that during the stream, but like literally just like a day or two ago, I was like, I really wish they have a Nintendo Switch 2 edition for Kirby Forgotten Land for no other reason than I just want an excuse to play like a game that I didn't fully beat. Like I played most of it, but not the post-game stuff, which is actually kind of a big part of the game apparently. And I don't know, it's like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, as cool as it is, as I said, I'm kind of burnt out. But Kirby Forgotten Land, that's a great excuse for, in my book, to experience the Switch 2 bonuses. And hey, what do you know? Out of all the random things I was thinking about 48 hours ago, that's the one they did. But yeah, I mean, it's not just upgrades, it's like DLC too, which is kind of interesting because, I mean, we've never really, even from other companies, we don't really see this whole idea of like, hey, it's a new generation, here's a bunch of DLC for old games. Like cross-generation, that's kind of a unique idea rather than like releasing a new Kirby game.
It's also like upgrading, so you don't have to buy the game again.
Yeah, well, I mean, hold on to your wallet. You don't know how much they're gonna charge you for this yet.
Yeah,
what if they charge like $40
less
for
than the game
this?
itself.
Yeah,
Probably
I mean,
less than the game itself.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure if they'll probably charge something appropriate for the amount of content they have, I suppose, but it would be kind of funny if they charge like $40 for it. Also, now that it's on screen right now, surprisingly, we didn't get a release date for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I don't know if you have any thoughts about that. That's should we be concerned? Do you think it's coming out soon?
Definitely this year, but soon. We'll have probably after Donkey Kong.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Donkey Kong's pretty soon, which is pretty cool when you think about it too. I would have thought well, first of all, I thought we would see a 3D Mario, but okay, we're seeing the 3D Donkey Kong.
That's probably going to be in June.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
We have 2 more directs this year.
You know, when I saw the 3D Donkey Kong, I kind of immediately thought, oh, that means 3D Mario's just gone. But yeah, maybe not. Literally, Harry and Jack in chat says, "Where's my 3D Mario?" Actually, that was like 20 minutes ago, but I didn't see that. But yeah, I mean, I thought we would see it. I'm surprised we didn't, but I thought that when I saw Donkey Kong, I thought it's like, that's gonna be the 3D Mario for this year. We might see it. We might have 3D Mario 2, and if we do, I guess that's cool too. But yeah, it's coming out soon, which is pretty impressive. That's what we'll be playing in just 3 months. But yeah, well, I'm just seeing on screen, like, having Metroid Prime 4 at 120 FPS. Something about that feels wrong on a Nintendo system, but I mean, I'll take it. And what else? I mean, we've gone over a lot of stuff at this point. Anything else you feel we didn't mention?
Nah, I think we mentioned everything.
Yeah.
A lot of third-party games.
Yeah.
The Brave Default remake, I think that's cool because it's always stuck on 3DS, not anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Was Bravely Second on Switch? I forget. Or was that also 3DS?
No, Bravely Default to Bravely Second is probably maybe a remaster coming later.
Yeah. But I mean, was the... I just forget if Bravely Second was a 3DS game or if it was on Switch.
It was a 3DS game, and it's much more expensive than Bravely Default on 3DS.
Yeah, probably just like the syndrome of being a late 3DS game, I suppose.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, yeah, like you said, there was a lot of third-party games, which, as I said in my predictions at the start, I think is what they really needed. Because there's so much value, in my opinion, in showing to people that the Switch 2 now pretty much has what you would expect your like PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 to have. It's kind of like a shift of mentality that people are not used to, and Nintendo really needs to convince you that you could probably get away like in the next year or two with buying all your games on Switch. And yeah, that's kind of like unique in that sense. Yeah, let's see.
I think the big game is Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely like that priority game, especially like how big it actually is. Like, the game is like, the formula of Mario Kart is just gone. It's just way different now. It's just not simply Mario Kart anymore. It's like an actual solid game. You have so much content.
And yeah, I feel like this is the perfect console for that too, because like you said, it's very different from regular Mario Kart, and I could definitely feel some people preferring like one style over the other, right? And the fact that the Switch 2 will have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe be backwards compatible kind of means that you can play whatever you're in the mood to play, whether it's World or Mario Kart 8, going forward, which is pretty cool. And I think that also maybe explains why they just kind of went crazy with the amount of like classic courses they added to the booster course pass, because potentially that was their final shot to have sort of classic courses potentially ever. But like, I don't know, I was skeptical. People are always talking about Mario Kart as the launch title, and you know, because Mario Kart 8 sold so well, I was always a bit skeptical, not that it would happen, but just with the idea that, you know, it's not a single player game, and I don't know how long it'll keep us interested as for those people who are mostly playing their Switch single player. This is obviously a great win for like family or people who love to play with a lot of friends. But the fact that it's open world, I feel like could probably have a sort of compelling sort of single player aspect to it. And we're probably gonna hear a lot more about it at the Treehouse, which is tomorrow and after tomorrow. And I guess that's one of my 2 final discussion points that maybe we'll do before wrapping it up. But what are you hoping to see at the Treehouse tomorrow?
I'm actually just hoping to see that one game that they showed about the wheelchair. I'm hoping I want to see if there is actually more to it than just 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see that, and I want them to play a bit of Mario Kart and like Mario Kart World.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm hoping for too. I assume that we will, if it's anything like back at E3, we'll probably get a solid 20 minutes, if not more, of gameplay for Mario Kart World. And that's pretty exciting. I mean, they kind of have to, right? Because the system's coming out in what, 2 months? There's nothing to hold back anymore. Just give us the whole spiel about Mario Kart at this point. People gotta know if they want to buy the system. Maybe do you think they would announce the price at the Treehouse?
I've seen some tweets go around that it will be $450.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily surprise me, but it is weird that they didn't announce it. It really is weird.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just, because then they would need to show the prices for America, Canada, and everybody else separately, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably that. Like I said, maybe the economic situation in North America right now. I feel like if it wasn't for that, they would probably just give us a price. Because, honestly, why would you wait, right? When are the pre-orders gonna go live? Probably in a week or less, because this thing's coming out real soon. But I don't know. I'm hoping they'll do pre-orders on my Nintendo. I don't know. Well, actually, maybe the situation in Europe is a bit different. But I mean, typically, I guess in North America, this thing's gonna be pretty hard to get. Especially in the US, Canada's probably better because there's less people fighting for it. But if they do My Nintendo, I don't know if you followed how they did the sale of Alarmo at all. But it was locked to only paying Nintendo Switch Online members, who I believe even had to be members for maybe 1 or 3 months as a prerequisite, so you couldn't just buy Nintendo Switch Online to get Alarmo. So I don't know if they'll do that for the pre-orders. That could be a solution. Yeah, other than that, I mean, this was a long direct. Like people said, this was the longest one, and I don't know about you, but it kind of flew by really quickly. And it feels again, in the first party stuff, they didn't announce that many things. They probably have a lot more games, and I'm sure a lot of third parties have a lot more games too. So I think in the coming days, we'll probably see a lot of third parties probably just post about their games, because obviously not everyone can be accepted into this direct. They had to make choices about what they show. But possibly, that's what I'm wondering. I don't know what your take on this is, but do you think we would have game announcements at the Treehouse? And before you say no, remember that they did do that for Metroid Samus Returns in 2017. They literally announced that game in the Treehouse.
Well, I don't think so, because Nintendo changed. They changed their ways a lot, and
well, to be fair, that was the Treehouse for the year of the Switch 1.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I have a feeling they won't. But also they're gonna announce some news in the Nintendo Today app, so maybe they could drop 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, realistically, you're probably right, and I'm probably in the same boat as you, as saying it would be kind of weird if they announced stuff in the Treehouse, because a lot of people are not even gonna bother turning into the 4-hour Treehouse. At the same time, it feels like they have so much.
Yeah. Also they could have just, put a 30-second trailer of the game, then if they're gonna announce it in Treehouse, you have a 1-hour direct. literally put 1 30 second, and nobody will notice.
Yeah.
And it's extra long. So yeah.
But yeah, like the more I think about it, the more it makes sense to have a June Direct. Maybe literally like, I was gonna say probably not the day it releases, but maybe like 2 weeks after. Like people have played the Mario Kart, they're all excited about the new system they picked up, and then Nintendo just goes like, bam, here's like 5 other games or like something coming out in the next like 9 months or something. That would be pretty exciting, I feel like.
As I'm seeing, like, somebody sent me this. Mario Kart World will be 90 euros.
Is this true?
I'm not sure if this is true, and Donkey Kong Bonanza will be 80 euros.
Are
Not
games
sure if
typically...
this is true.
I mean, are games like
no.
typically priced differently per game in Europe, or not really?
Not really. Aside for like, I mean, I guess for Mario Kart World, I can see it because it's a huge game. I can actually
yeah.
see
I mean,
that.
I could.
Expensive.
Then again, it's kind of like a lot of the Mario Kart audience is like families, so maybe it would kind of tank the sales if they make it too expensive.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's why they also have like the one where you can buy the Switch with Mario Kart. But I'm just not gonna do that because, you know, I would save like a lot of money, but also I don't want it digitally.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just looking here on the website because I already had these tabs open. Technically the written version of the Direct. I don't know if there's anything useful in here. I mean, okay, we've got the dates, which is nice, but I mean, yeah, June 5th. That's so close.
It is.
It's so exciting. Yeah, okay, the game, which I don't know, it's gonna take me a while to remember the title, but Dragon Drive is the MouseCon 3v3 game. And yeah, Cyberpunk was announced. It's on the site here. I'm excited for that personally, because I still haven't played Cyberpunk. It's just sitting on my shelf for PS4. The upgrade packs. Oh, do we have a price? Because there's a learn more right here. There's also a suspicious red button that has nothing on it. So props to whoever made the website. I don't know what that does. Oh, you literally click on it and it does nothing. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, game share, game cards. What is this? Game key cards. What is this? Insert a game keycard to download the full game to your... They did not announce this in the Direct. Yo, am I reading this right? They're saying there's like game cards that the game's not on the cart, and they are just used to download the digital version.
Wait, really? Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, what the heck is this? This is why I'm checking the site, because sometimes they've got some hidden stuff. What the heck, man? Game keycards. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the box art for Switch 2 is right here. Looks like the logo's like centered now.
That's kind of cool. It's gonna make it easier to notice between the Switch 2.
Yeah, and like the cases are red.
Switch. So yeah, kind of good.
Also, what the heck is the cartridge thing? Has a really like big thing popping out of it. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I guess we've got carts now that download the game. I don't know if this is going to be super common. Does this mean the era of having any consoles out there on the market where you can just launch straight from the cart or the disc is just over?
I mean, that's so weird because, like, that would be weird, honestly, because if you can just give your game to everybody, and everybody has a game then.
No. I think this works like, exactly like the PS5. Like...
Oh, yeah, okay, like that. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
So, like, you insert it, and it starts the download, but you still need to have the disc or the cartridge inside to launch.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. I was thinking otherwise. Otherwise, I was thinking, damn, they're not gonna sell anything.
Yeah. Oh, they are announcing Mario Party Jamboree is gonna be 1440p. Okay. Alrighty. If you ever wanted Mario Party Jamboree in, like, what, 2K resolution? What else? I'm glad I'm checking the site, because there's actually some stuff. After this, you should have fun checking the site on your own as well, because I'm gonna probably glance over some stuff. But yeah, do they give the price of these upgrades? Let's see, how to purchase an upgrade. Oh, there's a picture of the Switch 2 UI right here.
Oh, really? It looks kind of the same.
It looks exactly the same. Wait, do we have it? Sorry. Oh, there we go. Can I zoom in?
It looks a bit different, but...
I mean, pretty much the main difference is slightly rounded now, and the contours are kind of colorful. I'm a bit, I mean, okay, it looks very similar, kind of disappointingly so, to be honest, but... honestly, I just thought about this now. This might be a limitation of backwards compatibility, because backwards compatibility also implies keeping the same icon style so that the old icons, if the developers don't go back to them, still work, right?
Oh, yeah.
Although it would be cool if you hover over the game, if it at least adds like a background related to the game or something. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Is there anything new here that, like, there's a lot more icons. There's a dedicated icon for the C button. There's like a news. There's like an eShop. There's still gallery. I don't know what the icon in the center
eShop is still gonna suck, isn't it?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm hopeful it's gonna be better. Do you maybe that would be shown at the treehouse? Because I bet you like part of the treehouse will be just hands-on with the hardware, like just straight up going through the stuff.
Definitely.
I feel they they did that for Switch. Maybe they didn't show the eShop though, because the eShop is one of those things where, you know, the servers might not be live yet or something. Yeah, what's the icon like to the left of the eShop? I don't know if it's big enough on your screen to see, but I think it's download play, because it just looks like a tablet with like Wi-Fi waves going to it.
That could be it. It's probably nice.
I mean, yeah, if they have download play, you need something on the home menu to start it, because you don't own the game. That makes sense. Okay, so that's cool. Anything else on this site? Not too much. How to buy. Are they actually saying how you can buy it? How to buy the Nintendo Switch. Oh, wait. But you gotta sign in. Let's see. Check back soon for retailer availability.
Huh.
Wait. Oh, they are doing it. They're doing it. You can actually get it through the My Nintendo store and sign up. Register for your interest. Dang, okay, I gotta do this. Like, wait, when does this start? US and Canada. Well, I'm on the Canada site, so maybe it's also other places, but at least US and Canada, an invitation email will be sent out. The invitation is valid for 72 hours. First come, first serve basis. And you have to have a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Okay, I gotta do this like right after the stream. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna like ask a bit for money and.
Yeah.
Oh wait! They show screenshots from Mario Kart World, and there's gonna be a snowman, a bee, and a dolphin.
Are you looking at like the site right now?
No. Friends sending me that.
Oh, nice.
That they noticed. So dolphin, snowman, and the bee.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I think they're gonna have a lot of characters. Oh, I'm hyped. I'm actually hyped.
Yeah, I'm so hyped. There's a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff, and like, you know, as I said, they could have announced nothing, and I would have still bought the Switch 2 knowing that good stuff would have been coming later. But it's good to know there's already good stuff, essentially. But yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it, I think, for the stream, unless you're thinking about anything else. I'm forgetting. I had a second topic, but I can't even remember what it is. So, I mean, I think...
Treehouse?
What is it? Sorry?
The Nintendo Treehouses is what you were gonna be talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered it for the most part. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to know if it'll have announcements, and I'm sure that, we'll get nice overviews of these games. And, whether we get new games there, hard to say. And again, like I said, a lot of third-party studios will probably be announcing their own stuff in the next few days and weeks, right? Like, I think Microsoft showed nothing here, and it's been pretty clearly rumored that Microsoft is probably bringing a bunch of games to the Switch. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised. Ironically, they're probably gonna bring, like, Forza Horizon 5, which has been rumored. Kind of a bit of the same style as Mario Kart, of course, maybe not as whimsical and fun, but yeah, it's kind of gonna be funny if there's actually, like, two open world kart racers, so to speak. Yeah, other than that, I don't know what the last thing I had was. I think mostly the Treehouse. Again, we'll see more of people also going to the Nintendo New York stuff in like 2 days, so that's really exciting. Some people we know might be getting hands on the Switch in literally just 2 days. But yeah, other than that, any closing thoughts?
I'm getting this. That's my closing thought. Like the 2 games they showed, incredible. The 2 games I'm really incredible showing about, like Donkey Kong and like Mario Kart World, like they are a fresh new start, and it's gonna be so amazing to go into Switch too, especially as a content creator as well. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely, like just as a content creator, it feels reinvigorating. Like we had kind of gotten used to the Switch, and especially in recent years, maybe the games are a little less frequent or less high profile, but it was just so fun to cover the Switch at the very start of when it was starting out, because it felt like people were just sharing game recommendations week by week of, hey, this new thing came out, you should play it. And I'm kind of hoping we get a bit more of that with the Switch too. So yeah, it's great for content, fun to be doing some content again. And same as you, I'm gonna be getting this day one, assuming it's not sold out. If it is, that'll be unfortunate. Again, like I said, I will probably try to put my name in that reservation thing as soon as we end this. But yeah, hopefully if you guys are watching this in the future on the video on demand, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on what you thought of the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal direct. And oh, this was the second topic. Yeah, we're getting a Mario Kart Direct, which I feel like I'm forgetting about. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna learn more about Mario Kart in 2 weeks or something. I think they said April 17th, so that's something to look forward to as well. We'll just get like the full blowout there. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, let me know. Let us know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the reveal? I'm sure, well, I don't know, mostly Mathizen will be doing videos regarding this probably, because I'll probably just go be MIA for another 2 months until this console releases, other than the weekly Nintendo community live streams, which we do pretty much every week here. We'll be playing games. So I'll probably, at the very least, be back on Saturday to play, I don't know. You guys let me know what I play. What should I play, Matt?
You picked the best time. You picked the best time to return to YouTubing when the Switch 2 is coming out.
Well, let me put it this way. I didn't really return. I just forced myself to return specifically for this occasion.
I know.
But I mean, in the coming months, we'll be more consistent. So I'll be here for the first year of the Switch, and we'll definitely be doing content for the first year of the Switch. That's for sure. Maybe we'll miss the first month or two, unfortunately, but it should be pretty good. But yeah, I guess this weekend I'll be streaming just some regular games or whatever. And I mean, we'll have a lot to talk about. I'm sure some fellow content creators, I don't know if you're doing that, Matt, but we'll like literally be streaming the whole 4 hours of the Treehouse. I don't think I'm doing that.
I won't be doing that either.
No, yeah. But on Saturday, when we get back to playing whatever random Nintendo game we're playing, I'm sure we'll have literally bucket loads of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So that should be
Definitely.
pretty exciting.
Indeed.
But yeah, so that was that. I'm sure we'll stay tuned to Nintendo Today, folks, if you don't have Nintendo Today, because I'm sure there will be a lot of stuff there. If there's not already, I'm almost scared to open the app. I'll let you do that, Matt, if you want your phone to explode. But yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hype, and there's going to be a lot more information coming out in the next couple of months. Like, man, the floodgates are open, and they won't stop.
They are.
They probably will
definitely
not
are.
stop until the end of the year, and like then we'll just be going on a more regular cadence going forward. But I bet you, like, until December, it's going to be crazy by comparison to recent years, man. But yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll see if I end up making more content this week regarding this. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me for the post-direct discussion, Matt. And yeah,
No problem.
you can check out Matt's channel. He will probably have his reaction up later today. And a bunch of other cool content, like fun gameplay. I guess you do like gameplay, but kind of comedy-driven videos nowadays for that.
Sometimes change things up.
I don't even know how to describe your content, so you should describe it.
Random
Random
the
stuff.
things I like, just things that I feel like just that enhance my creative mindset. You know, just things I want to do. That's all.
Importantly, if you like Nintendo games and you're here, you'll probably like what Mathizen does. So go check him out if you somehow don't know who he is, because he is here pretty much every stream I do, so you probably know him by now. But anyways, I will bid you guys all farewell. And yeah, if you enjoyed yourself here today, consider subscribing for more Nintendo Switch 2 content in the coming weeks, months, and years, because we're in it for the long ride. And yeah, consider liking the stream if you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon for some more exciting Nintendo Switch 2 content. All right.
Hell yeah.
We're signing off, and I guess I'll stay on Discord for a sec with you, but see you for now. All right, Switch 2 generation officially started today. Bye, everybody.
Hell yeah.